Hello, everyone, and welcome again. It is summer 2022, and you know what that means? It's time for a new season of Big Brother. This is the time of the year we wait for every year, right? It's like we're like kids on Christmas morning, right?
Not officially summer until you hear Julie.
Until you hear the Chenbot. Dave's got some technical issues. He's trying to figure out why his camera's so blurry.
He's dealing with some high humidity. There we go.
Oh, there we can see him now. Sorry about starting late. We had some more technical difficulties, but you know what? We just roll with it and we pivot. All right, guys. So 16 new members to the Big Brother house. Where do you guys want to start? We got pretty cool. Okay, first off, before we start, shout out to the house. Looks really great, right? The design inside.
Good.
It looks well, and it's clean right now.
Yeah. There's no ants to be seen yet. All the cereal bowls are put away. No dirty dishes.
And it has like this mod, like mid-century feel to it, kind of
like a vintage, like vintage beach something. I don't know.
50s woody driving inspired. Anyway, it's cute. So far so good. They came in groups of 4. Did you believe anything that was pure luck how they got picked with their little pass for their
no
right?
No, they weren't so lame. Anything this didn't
so lame. It was so lame. It was so obvious.
The whole time I'm like this is great TV. You can't get more exciting than taking tickets and like putting them into a fake scanner. And, oh my God.
And the funny part is some of them were looking at them like, because it wasn't really scanning and they didn't understand it. They were like looking.
What is
just pretend? And they're like, what? Acting?
Yeah. These are clearly the people that, okay, there's a couple telltale signs if these people really are Big Brother fans or not. One, did they understand that the props are literally just props? There is no technical value to anything that is in that backyard.
Okay, to be fair, I would be gullible and probably think that some of the stuff was functional. But I would try and then I would be like, oh, that's not working. I wouldn't have kept trying it.
One of my favorite like Big Brother like fake it things is the buzzers. I can't ever not be amused by a silent buzzer. It cracks me up, like the tap 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 tap, and there's no buzzer. You have to wait until the Chenbot's all like, oh yep, you got it, you won.
Yeah, and it's always so like clunky, right?
Yes.
Whenever they have to buzz something and now scan something, it's just so clunky. Like the timing of it is always off. For a robot, you'd think she could keep better time, right?
Yeah, she needs an upgrade. I think she needs an upgrade.
And nobody's ever like tonight. So they're scanning it. They know who that what slide is going up for that person, right?
Why the delay?
Why the delay? Why does it take so long?
It's dramatic.
No, it's not. It makes them look
poor timing.
No, it makes it look like the neighborhood kids are doing a TV show with their dad's video camera in the backyard.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure that my siblings and cousins and I like put some backyard shows on that were probably a little bit more advanced than some
like a little bit more. Cue people, take your cue. But no, they're sleeping on the job.
Yeah. Also, what an unfair trio of games.
Right?
You're gonna get it was like essentially like you can't say that on television versus like just hanging out and like beer pong. Like it was
like one might have been like one might have been like a double dare, like first thing 10-point question. Yeah, that was really weird. Did you guys think the piercing booth was any sort of challenge and that everybody was throwing it except for Turner? Because they stayed on him the whole time with the camera, as if nobody else was playing.
Well, Turner's a controversial dude. We'll get into that in a little bit.
He's
got some Twitter controversies.
Oh no, not Turner. We got very excited in my house when he said he owned a thrift store. We're like, thrift store, cool.
I know, and owning a thrift store is quite exciting in my life as well.
Yeah.
I don't want him to get thrown out because there's a potential for a Turner and Hooch alliance, and I'm there for
Turner and Hooch.
I don't know who will be Hooch, but come on. Hashtag
Well, Pooch
Turner
has
and Hooch,
Pooch
right?
is Pooch.
Thanks for giving
Yeah,
me
no.
the only
Turner
thing
and
I
Hooch.
want.
It's perfect.
So now we have to put together our powers and make that happen, right?
Yes,
What
please.
about
So-
initial cast impressions? Do you like them?
I think they did a good job. I was looking at their ages, and they did a good job of kind of like
Yeah.
spreading them out.
Yeah.
From 23, I think, is the youngest one, and the oldest
Yep.
one is 47. So they're kind of like in there.
47. My
Yep.
God,
Mhm.
do they have
That-
to
the
go
Mr.
home
Bus
and
Driver.
go?
Yep. Terrence-
Best nighttime DJ in Chicago.
I love
Davey,
that
y'all-
guy. He's one of my
Karaoke
favorites.
DJ.
You'll have to go find him. Maybe you can go sing
Yeah.
karaoke with him next time you're in town.
He seemed pretty cool. I liked
did.
him. He seemed all right to me.
4
am
kids,
meeting-
drives a
Covered
bus.
Star next to
Yeah.
his name on my notes.
You're
I'm,
what?
you know, put a
Are you?
star.
He got the coveted star next to his name. Only 3
Oh.
stars were given.
Nice. I
Ooh.
like that. I like that. Well, we've got in our first group, let's see, our first group we had Jasmine and Kyle, Paloma, and Monty. Monty is a replacement. He's a last minute
Mhm.
replacement. So
Mhm.
because he took the place of Marvin, who
Mhm.
apparently is got some America's Got Talent action happening, and so he could not fit the schedule or something along those lines. So is that who we switched? Is that who it was?
Monty.
Yeah.
Was it Monty? Is that who took his place?
Monty's the replacement. Yeah.
Oh,
because,
yeah.
because the guy he replaced,
Marvin, I think it was
he's 24.
Marvin was who he replaced.
Marvin.
Yes.
Mhm. We got a Monty for a Marvin. That would have been a good team too, Monty and Marvin.
I thought it was Joseph that
Nothing will
replaced
beat
him.
Turner and Pooch.
That's
Sorry.
That was the
maybe
picture that they put. Anyway.
That might be. Yeah. We
anyway.
had so much switcheroos in the last 24 hours. I'm a little bit blurry on some of them. I just know that like every 10 minutes we got tweets like last night that were like, okay, this person's out. We got to slam to get this entrance interview in, and it was chaotic up until the last minute.
quick. Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I
they
mean,
were, like,
credit.
editing right up to showtime.
Yeah, credit
I
due
bet.
to all of those out there who do pre and
Yay,
post
CBS,
interviews.
right? Yeah.
Oh my God, these guys were just doing everything they could to get those interviews in, and kudos to them because that
Well, it
was
delayed the
a lot.
cast drop too, because the cast drop was supposed to
Yep.
be earlier, and it delayed it by a couple hours because
yes.
in the Instagram runs or the
Right.
Twitter.
Look at David. He is all on it now. He has to have
He
all the tea,
knows.
all the scoop, all the spoilers,
knows
all the
I'm
time.
saying, Big Brother Twitter was lit up.
Mm.
I even made a comment.
This was yesterday.
Like, my God, they're not even in the house, and we have a major controversy.
Well, listen. I'm gonna say it's been a few years running that I have to say that the Big Brother like pregame is always a blast. Like, it's always so much
I
fun.
get
Is
a
it-
little annoyed because they put the same pictures up of the same fake cast every year.
Yeah.
Psych,
And then
psych.
somebody like points out, hey, it's this. Yes, that's the joke. We all get it. Apparently you don't. We get it's a joke.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a good time out there in the Twitter and Instagram land with all these cuckoos. It's great.
All right. So back to that first group. You said Brittany.
Jasmine, Kyle, Paloma, and Monty. That's our
Okay.
first group.
What'd you think of that group?
Jasmine was wearing a lot of pink, girl. Like as soon as I saw her, she reminded me of that the newest, like one of the newest characters on The Walking Dead, Princess.
Oh,
She just instantly reminded me of her.
I see that now. Now
Yeah,
that you say
yeah.
that, I thought you quit watching the show. How do you know about
Oh
it?
no, I keep watching it just begrudgingly.
yeah.
I
Me
grudge
too.
watching
You gotta have
it.
closure.
I angry watch.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, she
I
had
like,
some
I
fun
like
acts.
Paloma. Berkeley grad. I
Yep.
think she might
Yep.
be underestimated.
Maybe.
And Paloma, she was the one who said she had
She's Greek
traveled all
and
around. No.
Mexican.
What had
No,
she done?
she's a real.
She's
She's
Greek and Mexican, which is
and
a
she's
heck of
a
combination.
realtor, right? Like she's a realtor and a
interior
decorator.
designer, I think.
Yeah,
Okay.
designer. Mhm. Yeah.
Okay. See, she did not make a very big impression on me.
And Kyle,
This is
I
a
think if
tough
you
time
put
for her
Kyle
to
in
be
the
out of
same
her
room with
game,
a box
though.
of rocks, Kyle
Oh.
would lose an IQ test to it.
Okay, well, here's the thing with strange kiddo Kyle. I have really mixed feelings. I have some mixed
Well,
feelings.
that's because you pull for the strange underdogs.
Well,
Always.
No,
I like the weirdos.
I do love
They're
the
more fun to
weirdos.
watch.
But this
They're
guy's
more fun to
really
watch.
weird, and he has an unnatural attachment to his mother, and it's a really weird.
Okay,
Yeah,
well, hold on a second. Hold on a
there's-
second.
A little bit. There's a little bit of outside of the house life. Just the first impressions you get of people, and I'm kind of like, nah, nah.
One, he said he
But-
grew up in the LDS
Yep.
church.
Yep.
And he
Two,
left.
Two, he said he's now left. And three, he says he's on good terms with his parents. So,
So we're gonna see.
yeah, I mean, he's not super crazy. He didn't go cuckoo because probably mom and dad would talk to him.
He's unemployed. He
But-
lived in his parents' basement and made dance videos with his mother.
Yes,
Okay,
and
but
he
he's
and he
actually-
smiled really creepily.
And
Just
he's
gonna
like-
say it.
highly successful on the TikTok, and probably being unemployed means I'm still bringing in bank via the TikTok. So
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm picturing like cat torture or something.
Yes, my daughter said he had creep vibes. She
Yeah.
thought. I said he looks like
Yeah,
kind of
I
creepy.
would not want your daughter around him. That's where I'm
Yeah,
at.
like he'd be like he was like a little too youth pastory, a
Yeah,
little too
well,
enthusiastic. Anyway.
we'll see how it all goes. We'll see how it pans out. At the very least, I think he's going to make like live feeds entertaining, and so I always appreciate.
Yeah, he seems like a big. He's not afraid to be a goofball.
And I do like the fact that he knew what was coming when he was the last to answer, and like his
Mhm.
curl up move did not save him at
So
all.
why did he go like this?
And just like because that bottom like cannon just right up the nose, right up.
Yeah, it wasn't enough for them just to dump it on them. They had to shoot it right at their
From
faces from like two
Every
angles.
angle.
That
And
was
then
just
the other
that.
people are like, "Oh, you can take the jewelry off now."
Yeah,
That
what?
was their punishment.
Yeah,
See,
exactly.
not fair at all.
That jewelry one, come on, that jewelry one was rigged. What
Yeah.
you cannot tell me the other two were
Yeah.
had some. You had to like be smarter. You had to, you know what I mean. There was nothing to that, and they kept the camera on Turner the entire time. They wanted him to win.
They did.
It seemed like the other four were just like
Yeah,
'Cause
they
they
didn't
knew that
they
he
were-
knew with Pooch, and you'd have Turner and Pooch. They want.
and then
They
that
want it. They know it.
yeah, I don't know. I think
Well,
they,
And
anyway.
I mean,
I'm
and
putting
like
that
that.
on Twitter right now before someone steals it.
Yeah, you got to
do it. Hashtag Turner and Pooch.
Yep.
That's the alliance we need.
And
I
you were
here's
here
the
when I
thing.
created it. When no one believes I created it.
T-shirts, TM,
Okay.
TM.
So you go into the Big Brother house. Okay, so this is your first day, your first comp there. We're going to find out who the first. We're going to find out who the first HOH is.
Mhm.
Do you compete your hardest and show your cards and go for that, or do you just say no? I'm giving it to someone.
Okay, so we had a lot of people say they were big super fans, right? Tonight that were coming in.
Yeah, but I bet you like 2 of them are.
Okay, but at least they know the show. They've
Well,
they've
okay,
watched the
okay.
show. Not when like somebody who's actually getting on the show and they never watched it before, like they
Yeah.
don't know what's going on.
Here's my
That's
burner
happened.
on this. This is my burner on this. Remember when I was talking about there's like 2 tells when someone actually isn't a fan of the show that they say that they are?
They always pick like the most like obvious choice for their favorite
It's
player.
always 16. It's always 16 because that's what they let them watch when they are in sequester. Like that's what they get to watch.
Mm.
It's always
Who was
16,
who was the winner of 16?
Derek.
Oh,
Mhm.
they were really proud of that one then.
Always. It's
Okay.
always. So
All
if they say that's their now if they say that's their favorite season, but their favorite player is say like
Yes.
Donato
Somebody who
or
wasn't on
Aaron
there exactly. Then
Beasley.
you know they. Mhm.
Right. Then we're talking, and yeah, okay, this person is a fan.
Yeah.
So I think, yeah, I think we got 2 in there that are truly
Okay.
real fans.
So I would think it's 2 things. If you're smart and you really think about it and you want to play a long game, you do not want to go hard on that first one.
Yeah.
Odds are in your favor. You're not going home anyway. So
That's
why
true.
stick your net out there?
Yep.
However,
the guy said he did the math on it.
he did, and that's great. But I'm
And he
going to
also
say,
bragged about being in Mensa, which probably means he isn't nearly as smart as he thinks he is.
It's just a
oops,
cool club, right? You just get invited.
that was Michael, right?
People say
Michael,
that.
he's a cat dad.
I'm a genius. I'm a Mensa scholar.
He was my daughter's favorite. Cat
I'm
dad
pretty
of 3.
I'm pretty excited about Cat Dad of 3.
Mm,
Also,
yeah.
he's close to my hometown, and it's we'll give him a thumbs up
and,
for now.
and he's an attorney.
Yeah.
Michael was the one that said he was Mensa.
Okay, so we think that maybe that was rigged. They were pushing for him to win the piercing game.
Yes.
Okay.
So my two thorns. So there's the person who knows to not go full out. Then there's those people who get on there in their own internal need to be competitive, just can't let them not win. Right? And I think that's what happened with Monty, right? That was the one.
With Monty. Okay, I gotta go to my
notes.
He would,
right? He won the porta potty one, right?
Yeah.
Because he had that in. He had the answer in before she was done with the question. And I thought they couldn't bring in until she finished.
Right. And Monty is not the replacement. Monty's not the replacement. You're right.
No, it's not. Okay. It was Joseph. Okay. I knew
didn't Xavier win the first competition last season?
I don't remember.
I think
I'm gonna go ahead and say it like I believe it.
That doesn't sound wrong. That sounds correct, but I don't remember.
Well, I'm going to say this about Monty. I like him.
Sure.
I think if they keep Monty around, I have a feeling Monty makes it far into the game.
But he was going hard, and I feel like if Pooch would have played, he would have too. He seems like a player who wants to prove something.
Monty's a fitness coach guy, right?
Yes. And then the same thing, I would say the same thing about Joseph. He has the double whammy on him. He is a lawyer, and
he's a gonna be lawyer.
Yeah, he's training. He's training, yep.
And he's also a trainer.
Yes.
And ding, 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 he got a star. He got a coveted Dave Gott star.
Did he? I say I wouldn't have picked him because.
Are we talking about Joseph?
Yeah.
Yep.
We jumped ahead. Sorry.
Here's the thing.
This is very organic, this conversation. Okay.
He may be getting some of that replacement, magic.
Maybe. He spends too much time in front of the mirror. 2, he is doubly competitive because that boy does not want to lose anything ever.
No, you can see
he is not going to pump the brakes on nothing.
Right.
But I like his story. I like, he's Syrian and Palestinian, which is an interesting.
That's interesting.
Combo. And his family life seem interesting. So I think he's gonna be for some interesting conversations.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
And that, I think if all else fails, I think we have a group of people that is either going to blow that house up, and there's going to be all sorts of house meetings and arguments, or they're going to just be a hoot. They're going to be hilarious.
No one strikes me at this moment as overly catty or overly bitchy.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
I'm kind of excited to see some of this Brazilian action too.
Okay, let's talk.
Comment in the show.
Let's talk about Indy,
but not
Indy Santos.
I'm only funny in Portuguese.
And it'd be like, why are you on an English show then? This. Come on. And then she said also, I'm a huge fan of Big Brother Brazil. And I was like, and I don't know because
there are other Big Brother universes.
Yes. However, I feel like the way she said it like that made it sound like she doesn't watch the American one. And I just wonder if there are just enough little differences.
Positively,
if she was going to play along other people who knew the American show.
Yeah.
But she might have a trick up her sleeve, something that we've never seen before.
Yeah.
I doubt it, but
I just think I think she's going to have an interesting energy there. I always love when, even if people might not be somebody that I would necessarily gel with immediately, I always love somebody that can go into this house that's got something completely different than everybody else. I always makes things so much more interesting. And seeing that 75% of what I love about this show is just the interactions, the human interactions and the friendships and the fights and all of these things that happen.
It'll be interesting because my first instinct would be in a social game like this, that perhaps language could be a barrier and sometimes because when people start throwing slangs, and especially even as an American, the slangs from all over the country. And so, I've known people who immigrated here and speak a foreign language, and sometimes it takes a while to get those little do you know what I mean? Like the little slang terms
Right.
that they'll say.
Well,
And I
feel
hope
like-
she's not left behind and going, what
I
does
think
that mean?
I think she'll be able to figure. Okay, here's my thing. When she said, when she said that she's in her own language, like in her own language,
Yeah.
she's hilarious. That right there proves to me that she is funny. She is
Okay.
a funny gal. 'Cause-
I say the same thing, but it's more like, guys, trust me, I'm hilarious inside my own head. I promise. It's really
so funny.
So in here, it's so funny.
I get a laugh every time.
Every
man.
time. Standing out. It's like, whoa.
Well, let's go to our next group since
Yep.
we're kind of moving on to these others. We've got Alyssa, Danielle, Taylor, and Michael.
Okay, Alyssa.
Thank you very much.
Okay, who was
I wanted to do it
Alyssa?
ever since I heard
Oh, wait.
Elvis
Alyssa
tribute.
was the girl who had the wrong top on to have your arms above your head hanging.
Yes.
Y'all, there was about to be some sort of Janet Jackson incident up there.
I know,
Right?
it didn't happen.
Right? Well, Alyssa really had
Super cute.
like Alyssa vibe, It's like, yes, you,
You
are
know,
Alyssa, 100%.
Not a Helen,
Not a Helen.
definitely an Alyssa.
Yeah. Yep. No Hannah's, no
Um,
Helens. This gal is an Alyssa.
With a Y. Um,
So
And-
she does marketing and then something about a
And
cosmetic
poetry.
surgeon
She does
office
poetry.
and poetry.
oh, she's the one that talked
Yeah.
about poetry so much. Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
think my daughter's reaction was, yeah, she did not like her. She's like, why does she keep talking about poetry?
Poetry is sort of a weird thing to like sell on your resume for a reality show.
Oh my God, is she going to be like, what's her name last year doing the raps?
Oh, she,
Please,
oh, God.
please, God.
Is she going to make up poems?
Oh,
She's going to make a tuner
we can
and
only
hooch
hope.
poem. That's what she's going to make.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, you guys, I called it. If that happens, I get a gold star.
If it happens, we take a shot.
I think that has a more likely chance than your
Okay.
Turner and Pooch.
He's ready. He's ready for it. He knows.
Whatever you call it, I got it. You know?
I love it. And then we have Daniel. Daniel, who could put a drum kit together like that because he knows what he's doing up there.
He doesn't look like Elvis. How
He
is he
doesn't, but
Elvis
maybe he's
tribute
got the
artist?
moves. And you know what?
Okay. I'm just gonna
he's-
here's the deal, guys. I live awfully close to Branson. Anybody that's familiar with Branson, no, there's an Elvis impersonator or two.
Yeah.
Here's the dilly.
Wigs, makeup, outfits.
None of them
it
do.
works.
None of them really do.
None of them really do.
How
yeah.
about if you can do the moves and play
Right.
the tunes? Yeah.
But they
And
all
if you
kind
can-
of have a vibe.
And if you could do,
I mean,
yeah,
did you ever see Honeymoon in Vegas?
yeah.
This guy doesn't have an Elvis vibe.
It's more about the character and not the physical appearance.
Yeah.
Right.
Maybe
I mean, look,
he
you could have an Asian
plays-
Elvis
But didn't he?
if they got the
Didn't-
vibe going, right?
Yeah. Didn't he say he's been a touring musician for 10 years? Is that what he said? A performing 10
Yep.
years, I think is what he said.
all different
Um,
kinds. All different
yeah.
kinds. No, but here's the thing, David. We need to define, like, we don't know what Elvis impersonator is he? Is he like blue suede shoes or like
Oh.
rhinestone jumpsuit?
Well, he's got a rhinestone jumpsuit because he's not clean cut enough to be.
That's what you see what I'm saying? Like,
No, because there's no way anyone can achieve that with their hair anymore. Elvis did have amazing hair in the 50s.
oh,
I would
yeah,
think that's a wig.
yeah, there's some good.
Just
hair
gonna say,
involved.
I'm gonna say that would definitely be a wig.
By the
It's-
way,
it's
to the
tough.
side,
It's
I
tough
saw
with
the
the
movie
texture.
over the weekend.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Highly recommended.
Really,
Oh,
I heard from
Tom
someone
Hanks
else
was
that they
awful in
hated it.
Tom
They
Hanks
hated
was
it?
Awful.
Um,
I've not heard
terrible.
good things about it. But anyway,
But
Here's
the
the
guy who
deal.
played Elvis was incredible.
But Baz Luhrmann, I feel that Baz is a specific taste, and if you're either gonna love Baz or you're not.
okay. Well, you know what? That just reminded me because I've loved everything he's ever done. I think he's so brilliant. So I guess I probably will like this take then.
Yeah.
But I liked him. I was thinking touring around and like just going from city to city and having gigs and stuff because that's totally gig. And he has to really, hustle. He might be really good with the social game, knowing how to keep everything going. I think also because he deals with so many different people, he might be good. I don't know. I thought he was likable, but I don't know. I like him. I would give him a star.
He's a musician, so he's got my vote already.
Yes, he's got my vote too. 1 star, 2 stars for him.
Two. Deuce.
Two.
Deuce. So
How many times did
okay.
you say two?
Two times. Okay, so we've got Taylor. We've got Taylor who so she sold like suits. Is that what I was getting before she did her pageants?
She just like a personal shopper almost.
Yeah, okay.
You guys, did
But
you
I never
notice
picked for Final Five?
she 100% looks like she could be Xavier's sister?
I know.
I know.
Right?
I
Did you think the
agree,
same
right?
thing?
Yes,
Like right in the
yes.
face, they had both like that long,
Oh,
elegant features and like jaw, like cheekbones and stuff.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, I literally thought like that would be a cool, fun twist, right? If that was
She's
his
like,
sister.
yeah, she's kind of got like and then of course, with the pageants and stuff, she's
Mhm.
definitely got that like strong pageant energy. When she was like walking across the backyard, and I was like, she's doing it. She's doing the walk. She's doing the walk right now.
Yeah, because she is the first one that had to walk all the way over to the
Yep.
piercing thing in front of everybody. Yeah, on live TV. Oh my gosh.
I did not give her a star, but I did pick her for Final Five. I admit that's maybe wishful thinking, just because I want her to stick around.
Yeah.
Because
I-
I'm a dude
she
and
feels
she's a beauty
strong.
queen, and
She's beautiful and she feels strong thus far.
I think
far,
she may be a tough player too.
here's the thing. Historically, pageant winners do fairly well in Big Brother, like as far as being entertaining to watch.
Y'all,
They hold some. They can have firm opinions of things. They're not pushovers, so
they walk
Not a
around in them
princess,
damn
yeah.
stiletto heels all the
Yep.
time. They can like just fake anything.
I think that was my biggest
How the jokes
frustration
write
with
themselves, I'm
with-
just gonna be quiet.
I think it's one of my biggest frustrations with Ozzo last year. It's like because she had all of the makeup, and she was
Yes.
she had everything, and she was just an awesome person. But man, she felt like a pushover all the time.
She was
and I
just
hate
I
it.
too
don't think this girl's
tenderhearted.
gonna be a pushover at all.
Nope. I
So
don't
she's
think
gonna
so.
be be as flawless as Ozza, but play like X.
Oh,
There we
and
go.
then she wins. If she does that, she
Maybe we'll see.
Yep.
Okay,
like
who's
her.
next?
We got Michael, which is our
Well,
defense
Minnesota
attorney.
Scott.
Yes, dad of three.
A Rochester, Minnesota man wearing
Yep.
his sweet
Him and his
cat
him and
shirt.
his husband are just gonna have all the cats in the house.
All the cats. All the cats. Keep them
he
warm
was-
in the cold Minnesota winters. All
He was
the cats.
bow tying it in his video. If I remember right, I always like that. We liked him here in the house. We liked him. I would give him a star. He did brag about the Mensa thing, but
I found him annoying. The most annoying.
Really?
Other than Kyle, the most annoying player.
I feel like if I made it in Mensa, I might, flex on that. Why not?
Well, first of all, if you made it in Mensa, you'd be smart enough not to say it somewhere where the other house
However-
guests
And
can hear.
I guess I assume people are telling the truth.
That is
Again,
true. That's a
gullible.
good point. But we're also dealing, okay, like when we had our 3-second bio, like this guy's in Mensa and this girl likes mayonnaise.
Oh, that was that other one, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
that was funny.
So you know what? Go with the Mensa.
No, the Mensa was not in the 3-second one because was
That would
it?
have been bad. It would have been bad for him if it
That's
was.
bad. Yeah,
That would have been an immediate pick, right? Like,
right.
okay, so then we're gonna go into our fourth group. Now we've got
No, we're still on the third group, aren't we?
No, we had Alyssa, Daniel, Taylor, Michael. So I'm sorry, third group.
Third group.
We've got Nicole, Turner, Joseph, and Brittany.
Ding, ding, ding. Nicole is my only remaining star.
I liked
She's
her.
cool,
Loved her.
Yeah.
I liked her.
Fort Lauderdale, is that where she's from?
Yeah.
Yeah, loved her
And
vibe, loved her energy.
what a freaking career change from being a policeman for 20 years or 10 years and then going to
Yeah.
cooking on yachts, private.
But she still carries
chef on a
herself like
yacht.
a cop.
Absolutely.
for
she's
sure,
a tough cookie.
Yep.
But the idea that now she went to this job that's like so creative for her, but she's still in charge because the chef in the kitchen is the boss.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Um,
You're Sue. You've got to like run a kitchen and there's a
And
lot
she-
of yes.
Let's see if she can cook for them better than Kong cooked in Australia.
Yeah. Let's
Right?
see. Let's hope it works out better for her.
Yeah. Well, she'll have
Yeah.
actual ingredients, so that'll probably help.
That helps.
Yeah.
That does help.
Actual food to cook. Yeah.
And then we have, okay, so Turner. Now this is the Turner that we're talking about, thrift store owner,
Yeah.
piercing,
Making
winner.
rugs, mismatched outfits, aligning
Accused of
chakras,
being a
hippie.
racist on Twitter by his sister.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Okay. Okay.
I have it.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can pull it up.
All right. So
I'm just gonna call this out right here. I'm not gonna pick sides on this sibling war, Avi, right now. Because I will later. But I'm just gonna say I feel like there's kind of a problematic family dynamic on maybe both sides.
maybe there's a little jealousy. He owns a business, traveled around, now he's on TV.
Maybe I don't know. She seems to be fairly successful in whatever it is that she does like graphic design or something.
You know what? Is she older?
No, younger.
I was gonna say, watch. She's the one who did everything right, and mom and dad love him best because he's like.
That happens a lot.
No, you're supposed to love me the most. I'm the good one.
That happens a lot out there.
Love the crazy one.
She definitely let her feelings be known via the Twitter yesterday, and I think it was like a 20-post thread. Like there was not a nice word to be said.
Dave's over there looking it up, but he's taking his time.
Because I had it, now I can't find it.
She called. Do you want me to just like paraphrase basically?
Yeah, start. Go ahead. So I'll start it with.
She basically like called him out as being like, don't fall for it. Don't fall for it.
I got the
okay.
first
You go for it. You
my
read
younger
it.
brother Matt Turner is on Big Brother.
Younger brother, see, younger.
Oh, okay, she is older.
She's
okay.
100% jealous, just a little bit. Anyway, they love him more.
This kid bullied me my entire life. In 2020, when I was jobless and homeless, staying at my parents' house for lack of a better place to go, he randomly showed up when he didn't need to and manipulated my mother into kicking me out when he didn't actually even need to be there. He has given me horrible, crippling anxiety from the way he treated me and given me panic attacks that still haunt me to this day. He's an absolute trash person and says the N-word on the regular. He has been handed everything on a silver fucking platter his entire life while I got absolutely kicked to the curb and our mother let him do whatever he wanted at my expense. I tried to have a heart-to-hearts with him about all this, and he's never ever cared or showed any remorse. I can think of no scumbag on the planet who is less deserving of this opportunity.
Jeez.
Oh, and it goes on.
I told you.
She's bitter. She sounds jealous and bitter, though, doesn't she?
But
he's been given everything. He talked to my parents and made them kick me out, and I didn't have anywhere to go. What if she's a freeloader and she's doing meth in their bed kitchen? I would be like, Mom, you guys better get her out of here.
Here's the final one.
She doesn't have a place to go. She cannot do drugs in your house, Mom.
Here's the final one. He is not a fucking good person, and it's easy to fall for his BS. Please do not fucking believe it.
Yeah,
I'm also not believing. I am also not believing her. Sorry, I've seen this. I've seen this.
This is why I said there might be a problematic family.
Which is I see. And you were saying you are not going to weigh in on it because you don't know who's telling. You're giving both the benefit of the doubt. Okay,
because there are
truth, but you got to weigh in on it.
Well, and there are a few screenshots that people were tweeting back at her of her previous conversations in the past where she's also dropping N-bombs left and right. So
yeah,
there is that. So maybe they're both just kind of,
I don't know. He owns his own business. She was sleeping on mom and dad's couch.
And there was something about Mr.
Reed in a van.
He lived in a van while he traveled around, he said.
Did you
and that's cool. Yo,
cool.
Boomers better recognize.
Did you read the part about him?
For fuck's sake. Do take that back.
All right, I'm taking it back.
Generation X, man.
Right.
Okay, so did you see the part where she was like, he worked for, is it Mr. Beast? Who is that? The YouTube sensation, Mr. Beast. And he worked for him, and like he slammed him and tried to there's bad blood there. I don't know. Like I said, I think
I didn't even read all of it because they got into all that too.
Yeah, I think that they both have.
Don't you guys think though now, when the way that things have happened in Big Brother past, that they are going through all their social media with a freaking fine tooth?
You would think. For the love, you would think.
You would, at the very least, you're scanning for certain words.
They can't
But see,
predict
that would be a big one.
Disney's
I'm just
gonna
saying.
Attack him on Twitter the day the show starts. I mean, they couldn't.
But this is
Maybe
seriously
they're
what
the
I mean.
assholes. I'm just saying.
When I talk about how Big Brother pre-show is always just insane,
Mhm.
they wait until like the last second that they can to drop the cast because
Because they are doing that.
the fans can, I mean, like
And they
can
look
dig
stuff
up.
up, and
Yes.
Yeah.
they find a tweet from 2008, like Twitter's
Yeah.
first year.
Mhm.
They've never ever donated blood. They're jerks.
They're out of here. They don't care about others. Okay, let's move on from this group.
Okay.
And let's hop into we didn't cover Joseph or Brittany. We got to give them a fair shake. Okay, we talked about Joseph a little bit. He's the replacement trainer.
I think he's gonna have a lead foot.
And he's a
Lead
star
foot.
carrier.
Yep.
Your star, not one of mine.
No, he's not on mine yet. He's not on mine yet. Mm-mm.
Okay, and
No.
then
Though I do have to say he gets like a half a star just because he has like a little bit of a like Yadier Molina thing going on with his face, and I can't help it. It just makes me like him a little bit. Okay, and then we have Brittany.
Oh, my
Brittany, hypnotherapist,
we've
competitive belly dancer. Yes.
okay.
Oh
What
my
was
God.
she
yes.
she was giving us Britney vibes from last year, right?
Yep.
Mixed with maybe a little Jessica.
Yeah, little bit.
God.
Little bit.
No.
You don't think so? Like because she is a professional, so she is doing. You know what I mean? But a little
Well,
goofy.
are
I'm
we
kind
talking
of
about
like
Jessica, who we had as a guest on the show now?
Yeah, and I don't mean that in a bad way.
Yeah,
That would
yeah,
be her
I
good.
see
That would
that
be
too.
her good side.
yep, and she's
You
okay.
know what I mean?
and
Like she's professional and she's the yeah.
I
no?
would say here's the
Okay.
deal.
I'm not saying
Her-
she looks like her.
Her facial expressions just immediately make me go, I want to like have you be here all the time because I'm just like imagine
Mhm.
it, the scenario. There's a house meeting. It's a little bit ugly. Now scan to the background and imagine the facial expressions this woman will be making.
She'll be like trying to like use the force to change their minds.
I'm
Do
telling
not.
you,
I am not the one you want to vote for.
those eyes, like she gets that like wild eye, like facial expression. I love it. Maybe I
Wait.
won't like her at all in 2 weeks, but right now,
Maybe she will hypnotize the poem girl into writing really bad poetry.
we could
And reciting it
yes.
Won't be her fault. See, it'll be Brittany's fault.
Put
Okay.
it in the universe, Christy.
with like Kyle doing the beatbox while he's reciting her.
Love it. Love it. Yeah, and then Terrence could run the DJ. You got it.
Okay, let's talk about how much I like Terrence. Maybe just
Well,
'cause
we're
he's a
gonna move.
Chicago
Yeah,
guy,
we're gonna move into Terrence's group. So we got
Okay.
Terrence,
right.
Indy, Joseph, and Amiri. Is it Amirin? Amirin? I want to say Amirin. I don't want to mispronounce it.
My list is in a different order, so I have to keep scrolling. Sorry.
That's all right.
Amira. Wouldn't
Amirin,
it be Amira?
maybe.
Like
And then
She
Mariah?
had a lot of screen time, but I liked her.
Yeah. She was.
She got,
yeah,
she
she
got the
seemed.
tough at it.
And she seemed like real down to earthish. Like she just seemed.
I
very
don't even
kind of
remember. What
cool.
did she say?
She's like
was
a
the
world
one-
traveler.
She was raised by a single mom.
Yes. I love her. I love
Yep.
her. Star.
And I think she's
Star.
gonna be a good listener. She's
Yes.
gonna be kind of that Xavier. Just tell me what you're thinking, and I'll sit
Yeah.
here and nod.
I always feel like people who have seen the world, they see different people and they kind of know how to chameleon a little bit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Oh,
she's
yeah.
been around the world and she's traveled all these places.
Yeah. She seemed very sweet and genuine. and,
Yes.
yeah, I did like her a lot.
I like her.
I wonder
Yep.
if Turner and Pooch is trending yet.
Okay, guys. Now let's talk about
Oh.
Joseph Pooch. What are your thoughts?
Okay.
What are your thoughts?
He's a Jersey guy, right?
I
Or New
think
York guy. Staten Island, right?
Italian
looks-
family. Mama's
he
born in
looks
Jersey.
like the human
Island?
literally the personification of a husky dog.
Staten Island, yeah. Yes, because
Like the
those-
blue
his
eyes, and then he's got
are
this
so
black
good.
hair. It was like, I don't know, something about it. He was giving me like husky eyes. Husky
I'm gonna be
vibes, yeah.
honest. I'm gonna be honest. It's not real nice. Like, nah.
He has to stay in the game as long as Turner's in it. That's my
I
rule.
just, I'm
Meathead? Were you thinking
you-
meathead? He's a meatball.
yeah.
He doesn't
yeah.
look big enough to have played football.
Yeah.
He can
Well,
coach
that's
it.
because he was sitting in a gigantic throne.
Well, that did sort of hurt him, yeah.
That thing was massive.
And he had the little step with his knee.
Oh, he looked like a little boy at like a theme park. You know, when they always have like the big giant chair, or like Paul Bunyan. Like, oh, bless him. Bless him.
I just
Dave.
not
No.
thrilled. It didn't
I'm
leave
not
me on
feeling
it was not a net positive on
Yeah,
Booch.
yeah.
It was
Not
kind of
feeling
a
it.
need a palate cleanser after that.
Yes,
I think he's going
thank
to
you.
be an interesting character, and I think this show needs them.
I don't think he's going to be a character. I wish he would, but I don't think he's going to be
Oh
a
no!
character.
See, I think he's going to be funny. I think he's going to say, you know,
Okay, you know what? I hope so.
Maybe.
We'll
Listen,
see.
You know, okay, we got somebody like Enzo, right? Within
I think
5 seconds, you knew Enzo was going to be a character.
Right,
Point
yes.
blank, you know, I don't feel it.
This
other
guy-
We'll see.
This guy though, he does seems like he's going to try to play hard. Another one of those that kind of like has to like testosterone out a little bit, kind of like
Here's my
there's
theory.
always a couple like alpha males that try to like one up
Yeah.
each other. It's very weird.
But here's my theory. My
it's
theory
not
is
weird. It's a natural.
he is
reaction.
going because
I
he's
get
like,
it, but-
oh, I'm not going to have a showmance. And what did his mom say? And you know, his mom knows him best. And she's like, well, it's going to ruin your chances. You know, you do that and that's going to make it harder, whatever.
He doesn't care.
Because she knows him.
Yeah.
Because
mhm.
she knows him. And this is what's going to happen. He's going
Mhm.
to get all like gaga eyes at one of these beautiful ladies. And then he's going to be obsessed. And there's no,
But which
there's gonna be
lady?
no game. There's going to be no game.
It'd
I mean,
be
he-
funny if it was Brittany.
Okay, did you notice who he picked to put up on the thing?
Yeah, and he picked on her. The other two were like just
Okay.
who was the first one out, and then her he's like the belly dancer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, whatever. But he picked the fact
Yeah.
that the first one out on both of those other
Paloma?
two were
Picked up
super
Paloma.
pretty girls.
And
Super
Alyssa.
pretty girls, both of them. And maybe he thought, "Ooh, this is a way they're going to be backstage with me in the VIP, so, you know, maybe they
Yeah,
have to
you know
sleep in a room together. Who knows?" He picked
I was thinking this. One, oh, this is a brilliant strategy, Jess. It's easy. I mean, it's not even strategy, just the obvious choice.
Yeah.
Pick the people who were the last.
That's fair. Everyone would
not
go,
up-
"Okay, yeah."
right.
Mhm.
Or is it like, yep, he picked those two girls?
Mhm.
Which one is it? I'm sure that they'll be. I'm sure that this is the
And the-
equivalent to have
okay,
not
so then-
room day.
Maybe the belly dancing girl was, "Hey, belly dancing girl." He didn't even know her. Well, obviously,
Oh, I know.
he said he didn't know the names yet. Is that because he wants her to belly dance for him? I don't know. He might be a little fishy.
Now, here, and it depends on how,
Backstage in the VIP room.
it depends on how this, how they do this. This is my take. You tell me if this is what you
Hey,
got out
Miami
of it.
Mike's in the house.
What up,
Miami.
Mikey?
I feel like what I heard was that he's got this he's a backstage manager, so he doesn't get to be in the game the first week. Is he like out of it in the same way that like Sam was when she had to be the little computer with a smiley face, or does he just not get to
Oh.
participate in anything?
I just don't think he gets to compete. I think he still
Yeah.
gets to socialize.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
eat and-
Okay.
And he also doesn't get to vote,
Okay.
right?
Okay. Yeah, that he doesn't get to do. I know that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But other
So,
than that,
yeah.
he still gets to be there. It'd have been worse if he'd been like, you have to go stay in that room for 24 hours. That's always worse.
Right. So I'm assuming then it's just basically their have-nots. That's, I mean, with a little bit more stuff.
I bet you too. That's what I was thinking. So watch, they're all going to sleep in this room together.
Yep. That's what
Belly
that's
dance
exactly
parties.
what it- Yep. But I mean, hey, Brittany can get in. I mean, I always look at it like this: when you have a group of people that are immediately removed, like that's the group that's going to be the first alliance. Clearly,
Well, you're
like
going
they're
to
gonna
have
make
to
the
because
alliance.
everyone else is making alliances
Exactly.
when you're stuck.
Yeah. I bet you they won't be have-nots. I bet you because weren't they called VIP? Maybe they'll be at the super swag room, just to
I
turn
think
it on its head. That'd be fun.
I think it's like the opposite, though. I think
See, that would suck.
yeah, The
'Cause
not
the-
VIP? Can we just
then
call
don't
the
call it
not
VIP.
Yeah.
Why don't you call it the roadies or something like the crap
That
job?
would be better. That would be better.
Whatever.
But, you
They're-
know, what do we
Again,
know?
CBS, you need some creative people. Come on, we can help you
Yeah,
out.
what do we know with this?
Call
Okay.
me.
And so okay, let's talk about Terrence. We know we like Terrence. Everybody on board.
Everybody likes
Pretty
Terrence.
good. We like Terrence. All right.
Family man, 4 kids.
Yep.
Driving people around all day
Loves his
long.
wife. Lots
Yep.
lots to
Yep.
like about the guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But think about it. Think about how friendly he has to be and super patient, yo. Because you're driving a bus around in Chicago.
Yeah, with all these
You-
kids, and you gotta be responsible and keep your eyes on them.
Santa
Oh,
stumbles
man.
on all drunk and starts pulling a fish out of his thing and starts
you got like
Yeah,
families
you don't know.
and like weirdos.
Right? He's gonna have some stories
Yeah.
from being a bus driver, don't you think?
I would think.
And so I just feel like
so.
I feel like he's gonna have a lot of patience because you couldn't still have that job. It would be broke you or like fixed you in the way that you're never affected by that crap ever again. Right?
You can put your blinders on and just
Yeah.
focus forward.
So he's a star. Absolutely.
Yes, I like the Terrence, and then we have Indy, who was the flight attendant.
Yep.
We got a lot of
Again,
travel.
No. She's a corporate flight attendant. So that
Okay.
means private jets, right?
Yeah, that's the
Charter
big money.
jets.
Big money.
It is big money. It's
Mm.
also like, I'm just gonna sorry.
That's-
I'm sorry,
like-
world. I'm gonna guess she
Job, you think?
deals with a lot of a-holes all
That's
the
what
time.
I mean. Like that's a stuffy job.
That's a stuffy job, and I just wonder, do you lean into it and you are like charmed by
and like not
that
only
life?
not
Or do you
just-
go,
Yeah, and not just like Karen, rich person, rude. You know, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not that. Like, I bet she's got to deal with some creeps.
yeah,
Sure.
but that's what I'm saying. Some people would be like lean into it and be like, because I want, I'm gonna give. It's gonna
Yeah.
be
As an art of
transactional.
their own,
Right.
yeah.
Maybe I can get something from these rich guys too.
Yep.
Like, I don't know.
flirt
We'll
back.
see.
Sure.
I'm just,
It'll be-
I didn't get good
it'll be-
vibes.
It wouldn't be the first time in the world that a girl has flirted on Big Brother to get
Right?
I'm just saying, it's part of it. It's all part
Anyway,
of it.
so I'm going to guess she might be one of the sneakiest or the most calculating. I'm going
Sure.
to guess.
I don't really have a whole lot of thoughts on her yet. I just,
No, I like the one comment. That's the only thing that stuck out for me.
which one? Which
Well, the
comment?
comment, I'm really funny, but not in English.
Oh,
only in
yeah,
Portuguese. I was like, okay, that's kind of.
Yeah. she is, like I said, I think she
Let me
has
tell you, I'm
really
funny in
funny,
English
but-
and Spanish. I can do 2 languages. Thank you very much.
two. There's two again.
Say something funny.
Third time, two.
Hang on, Jimmy. Kirsty's
No,
got
no,
something
no,
funny.
no, no,
Come
no.
on. Wait, we're not moving
It's
on.
not-
Kirsty said something funny.
It doesn't
I-
work that way. It's
I
commentary.
don't
You
know.
have to react. My comedy is reactionary comedy.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta throw it back. You gotta throw
Right.
it back. But no, I don't know. I don't have many feelings on her other than I think that she could really stir it up. But she's my everybody else I kind of have a pretty big opinion one way. But with her, I'm just like, I'm gonna sit back because I think she's gonna be interesting.
I don't
But
like her.
you know,
I don't like her. It's just
I
a
don't
feeling
have her
I get.
I don't have her picked for a win. That's for sure.
Well, that brings up the next topic. In our tradition, we do pick winners the first week.
Oh, dang it.
Now,
I'm
I
gonna.
won't point out that I picked Xavier the first as the winner.
Oh, that's right. You did.
You did,
All right.
yeah.
Anyway,
Yep, you did.
So I think I'll go last for that
wait,
reason.
wait, I need to make
All right.
a.
How'd you do on Survivor? Did you win that, Jamie?
I did so good, David, up until the very last where you have to triple your vote because we were like, what order, who's taking who, whatever. I fumbled at the end. Let me tell you, I gave up all the runs.
Yeah, Crazy Hank says you were terrible. I got to tell you, I listened to every week you guys were on, and I turned it off when you started tabulating the numbers because it was like 15 minutes of just arguing about I couldn't even understand what.
I just sat back. I sat back like,
Apparently.
I don't know numbers. What are those?
Really?
You guys do numbers. I just said.
Well, I'm with Colleen. I understand it about as much as she understands it, which seems like more than you and Jack understand it.
Yeah.
And then
Only because
Scotty
she's just
was,
told
like,
it.
live
But
scoring
I
it.
do numbers all the time, so
Scotty
I
was
get
live
it.
scoring it, so there was a lot of, oh, hang on, I got a backspace.
I loved it. It was humorous. It was very humorous. But yes, I don't do numbers. Like I just, if someone else is going to take the reins on the math, I am all for it. I am not a contributing member of group math projects. I am just there to fill the seat. Truth be told, that's not my thing. I talk. I don't. I
And
don't.
now for
calculate.
our winners picks.
Okay, now how are we going to do this?
I'm going to go last because I won last.
Okay, but are we doing? We can't pick the similar person?
Well, you can, but I just figure.
Okay, so and are we doing top 3? And are we doing them that order? First place, second place, third place? Or are we just randomly these 3?
Let's do top 3 with a winner. We don't have to do places. Just top 3 and winner.
Top 3, the winner has to be of that top 3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I want to make sure I understand the rules.
Well, because then this way, this is what I'm thinking. Because then this way, if our winner pick gets evicted, we have our other 2. We have to replace our winner with one of the other 2.
Okay.
Sound good?
I want Turner and Pooch to be in the final 2 so bad.
I can't lie that I'd be pretty happy about that.
Just because I get to say it every podcast.
Exactly. It's a little thing.
Y'all, that could be our first T-shirt.
Yes.
Just saying. Okay, so
The dogs agree. Let's see. Oh my goodness.
Oh
my
dang
goodness.
it.
Let's see. I know who my
Damn.
top 3 are, I think.
All right, let's hear.
Damn, I have too many I like.
I know
You can
there's a
only
lot
pick
I like
3,
too.
and you got to pick one to win.
All right. I liked this. By the way, I liked the second group of people the best, I think.
Okay.
I just think so.
I like the first 4 the worst. I will say that.
The first 4 the worst.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
Kinda,
same
yeah.
days.
If Kyle wins,
Yeah, I don't got none of them.
right now. If Kyle wins, I will never ever watch another reality show my entire life.
Ooh, those are big stakes.
Jeez. Look at these.
Man.
He's so genius. He's over there like at the idea that would happen.
He's been locked up for too long. The gambling side of him is really getting risky, man.
Not taking that bet.
Kyle ain't winning. Let's go.
We've had
20
bad-
million to 1 in Vegas.
yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I can give you my top 3 and then my first pick for winner. This is my winner pick. My winner pick is going to be, I'm really tied between Monty and Nicole, but I'm going to go with Nicole because I want to go with the lady.
Okay.
Nicole is
Damn,
my
you picked God damn it.
Nicole is my winner pick. And then my other 2 in my top 3 are going to be Monty and Taylor.
Boo.
I know.
All right.
I know you're going to have some of that top 3 action, David. I know you are.
Only one.
Okay, I don't know what's going on. Do you have some of her people?
I won.
Yeah, but that's
You
okay.
can
We
do
can
whatever you
cross
want.
over. It's cool.
Okay, I got mine, but mine are none like your guys's. Okay,
What do you got? What do you got?
my top 3 are going to be Amira, Daniel, and Michael. And of those 3,
I really like Danielle.
I'm going to go with Michael.
All right.
I am not winning this year. 0 chance of winning.
All right.
See, and I wanted to put Terrence in there, but I figured David would. And then when you and I didn't have anything that matched, I thought, we got a lot covered.
I'm just gonna say though, like
the problem is I always cheer for the old dude, and he always gets voted out early. And Terrence is the oldest guy on the show. So
It depends on how he can do in challenges. We'll see.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
But I'm going to go ahead and pick him just because I like him so well.
Yeah, do it.
I'm going to
Yeah.
pick Terrence, but not as my winner. And I will pick. This kills me because I had the same winner as Jamie. And I don't know if I want
Pick
to do
it
that.
anyway, man. We can high five
All right,
if
I'm
we win.
gonna say my next pick is Taylor, who I think is formidable.
Yep.
And
Yep. For sure.
No, I think they'll cut him as soon as they can because he will be too formidable. But anyway.
No,
well, if
No,
they cut
Ta-
him, that she's a girl.
Taylor. Yeah, Taylor's the Ozza meets Xavier extraordinaire win-win.
Oh,
win.
shoot. Sorry.
And then Nicole, who
Nicole.
I think
Yeah,
she's gonna
Nicole.
win.
I would have, if you guys she hadn't said Nicole.
Yep.
I would have had
Telling
Nicole
you.
on my list, but no, I can't.
You know what though, guys?
Right now.
As far as our top 3, all of us go, we can't all have our top 3s because that's not
Right.
going to work. But I approve of everybody's top 3 picks. Just saying. I don't think anyone's got it wrong. I think one.
So how do we score this? If any of these 3 place in the top, or how do we do this?
Yeah. So yeah, exactly.
Numbers. I'm out. You go for it.
It's not a big number thing. It's just like last year we
Okay.
threw it out there and I happened to get
Pick a
lucky.
winner.
So it's your first. Okay. All right.
And then if your winner pick gets knocked out, you get to replace them. But it's not at the end.
It's not as
judged
cool as
favorably
yeah.
as if you would have picked it on the first.
Right.
Yeah,
Right,
your
right,
bragging rights go down a bit. Like
Same thing happened last year. Xavier was a really good pick, but I didn't want to pick anything anybody else had. So we will see.
That's why I wanted
See?
to go last because I felt like having,
Oh, that way you could switch it up if you had to.
having picked the winner last year, I thought I didn't want to pick somebody, and if I'd have gone first, then Jamie might have changed hers.
So who's your winner's pick? Monty?
Nicole, I think Nicole's.
Yours is Nicole and yours is Monty?
Mine's
Okay.
Nicole.
No, we both have Nicole.
Mhm.
You're not going to
She's our
split the
winner.
difference?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay.
You
all
know,
right.
I could be persuaded to go with Taylor, but I think she's going to be so good. And having watched last year and Xavier, I think she might get targeted for that. If everyone's seen,
Right? Yep. I don't know.
'cause
We'll see,
she's got
man.
that same bearing.
Yeah. Also,
Yeah.
it's just I don't want to be this person, but other ladies sometimes don't. Sometimes other ladies stir trouble when there's a alpha beauty queen in the mix.
Mm.
Just saying. It gets targeted. You know what I mean? Like it's just,
Well, if she comes
Now,
off
there's been
catty
plenty-
against girls, since she
Yeah.
has been in the pageant community, I don't know if does that make you catty in competition? I don't know.
some do, some don't, I suppose.
I suppose, yeah. So as long as she doesn't get like that with them, they
Yeah.
won't.
Yeah.
For my worst player pick, I'm picking Kyle.
I
You guys
think
don't have
Kyle
to
will
do
do
a
all
worst
right.
player, but I'm picking Kyle as the worst player.
He
I
might
think
be
he'll
the
be.
he might be the most obnoxious at this point, but I think he'll probably do okay.
I think he will too. I think he'll do all right, and I think he could at least make it to midpoint.
The
Well,
thing
he's
is
not
about
gonna
a
be
house.
threat 'cause everyone's going to know he can't win.
But that's why they won't have the feel the
Yeah.
well. I
And
think
if he's the class clown,
right
they're gonna keep
without
him
being
around.
offensive, like you're funny and entertaining,
Yep.
without rubbing anyone the wrong way. Then
That's worked for a lot of players in the past. So,
I don't know.
but does the class clown win? Not
No,
usually.
I don't think he's going to win.
No.
But I don't think he'll be.
What was it? Was it Celebrity? What was the season where we really liked the guy the first episode, and then the next episode he was like the worst player ever?
Dude, that was Rooster Chicken. What was his name?
Yeah, what was
Talking
his
about
name?
Todrick?
No.
No,
He
he was like
had an
farmer.
animal name. He had
Oh.
Rooster. I think was it? No,
And we
what was
thought he was so
Frenchie?
outstanding. And then he
Frenchie.
like,
Frenchie? It was Frenchie. Never mind.
is
I
that
don't know. It was still.
Rooster.
He was a beauty
man.
school dropout who became a farmer.
Yes.
Is that 2 seasons ago? Is that the before
French
COVID?
Rooster? That was 2. Yeah, that was 2. No, it wasn't. That was last year. He was the first one out.
He was the
Right?
first one out last
Second.
year.
Second.
Yeah,
one.
yeah. Frenchie who?
Yeah. Exactly. See?
It's like that. Yeah.
See?
Oops.
Well, one thing we did not talk about yet,
Mhm.
but we always do, whether it's
Okay.
nice or whether it's naughty, we always have to talk about what Julie's wearing.
Damn it! Oh
gotta
my
say,
gosh!
I have really mixed feelings about this one.
And
Julie
it's
was
like
good.
she's always right on the edge. She's always like almost cool, but not quite there.
It just, there's always just one thing that's
Okay,
okay. First
this
of all, I
is-
gotta
this is-
say her silhouette in that dress is great. I'm not
Sure,
nothing
yeah,
wrong
oh.
with that. That's gorgeous.
Yeah,
But
but
like,
she always seems like that like teenage girl who's like her mom won't buy her the cool thing that all the other girls are wearing, so she's in her room like with her scissors and like
trying
she's
so hard.
but not like Molly Ringwald did. She's not
No.
doing it that good.
She doesn't have that flair. You know what? It's like I was looking. I'm like, it reminds. It's she kind of looks like one of those like really fancy lampshades that you'd see in like an
Yes.
1800s
Because
brothel.
last year was those funky knitted or crocheted ruffles that she had.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah,
Like
the toilet paper cover.
and then
yeah.
and now today it was like just all fringy and
It
weird.
was like a macrame party with fringe. It was
And
different.
I love some macrame. Okay.
It was weird, right? Because there was like parts of it where I'm like, yeah, I kind of
Well,
dig
because
that. Look, nope,
okay,
nope,
but
not
isn't
that.
that like okay, if something was cool like the boho trend, right? And
Yeah.
some teenage girl was like, "Hey grandma, you know how to crochet. Can you make me an outfit that looks boho like all the other cool girls?" Grandma would be like, "All right, that's beautiful on you, baby. Wear it." Right? But like really it looks like the interpretation
Yeah.
did not pull out.
No.
But we love her.
Yes.
I mean,
I honestly, I love to hate what she's wearing. It's just a fact. Like,
Yeah,
let's just call it. I kind of love to hate what she's wearing, but
yeah.
but this is the thing. This woman will turn around next week and just wear something banging, and she'll look
Yes.
whatever. I don't
Yeah.
feel too bad. I don't feel
Whatever,
too
yeah.
bad about it.
But Les has all that time on his hands, so
Somebody's got to be crocheting these
somebody
dresses
is
like right
knitting
now.
up a storm. Yeah.
So
I was going to say, was there a update on the name? Is she still Chen Moonves or is she just Moonves now? I don't know. I've been waiting for that.
I think that she busted out all of the syllables. Yeah.
Moonves.
She said Chen, right? She still said it? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just watching because
I think she said be kind to one another at the end.
Well, she said that last year too.
Love one another, wasn't it? Tonight.
Yeah. Her sign off.
She's like trying to find her Walter Cronkite. She just can't do it. Like, I'll just keep trying it every week until I get one.
The irony also there's nothing wrong with saying be kind to one another. That's a great message. That's a nice way to end things.
Right.
Our local news anchor, like he always ends it with like, let's make it a great evening. And then I yell at him and say, don't tell me what kind of evening to have.
Let's make it. I'm not doing anything with you, sir. You're a stranger.
Yeah. Don't tell me what to do. I will have the kind of evening I'm prepared for.
Because let's implies that like somehow they're doing it with you.
Well,
like I know, I'm turning the TV off.
But
that's weird.
Be kind to one another. That's totally fine.
Sure.
Now, but the thing is one, it's a little bit weird of a sign off to use on a game that's literally about lying to each other and taking each other out and back doors and so that's a little odd.
She starts signing off. Your word is your bond.
Yeah, exactly right. I'm like, I'm honest to a fault.
Yeah. Again, CBS, call us. We are available.
And then also, it's just a little bit. It's the Chen bot, so nothing really feels super sincere. So
it's like an alternate reality. It's so weird. She could totally have been the what's his name? What's his part in the Hunger Games?
Oh my god. Yes.
Not quite sincere, but just I don't know. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. So Miami Mike puts be kind to one another and don't sexually harass anybody like my husband.
Yes. See, now that's
a sign off.
No, or she said be kind to one another and don't accuse innocent men like my husband of sexual harassment.
Yeah, be kind to one another.
She totally thinks he didn't do it. She totally didn't think he did it. She totally doesn't believe he did it. Anyway.
Hashtag didn't do it. Oh, Julie.
Oh.
And one more note that I have to say.
Okay.
I realized something about myself tonight. We always do this. Like, if I was in that house, would I da-da-da-da-da? So, when they're like wandering around the house, this is why I hate live episodes. They're wandering the house. This is the first time they walk into it. And they're looking around. It's a moment, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a life moment for these people.
One of the guys was crying.
Exactly. It's a big deal. Daniel. It's just a big deal.
On my list. I am
stressing. When I am watching this, I am stressing so much. I'm like, she's going to yell at you. You guys just get to the back door. She's going to yell at you. Like, go. Like I'm freaking out.
Nah, she can
And
wait.
so I realized.
Let them have their moment. It's a big thing for some of
I
them.
know.
She gets very tense when it's a live show. Did you
Yes.
notice that?
Yes, and that's what I
she feels
mean. Like
responsible for
she-
pacing it.
and she's just so mean.
She's gonna send in the men with the cattle prods. Like, get them
She's
out
so
the door.
mean. She just has the meanest voice about it. So I'm thinking, like, if I were to be in there, I would
Imagine her kid.
I
Oof.
would like beeline for that ticket, and then I would just be standing at the doors of the backyard.
Would you
like,
really?
"Guys." Yeah, I would. I totally would.
The
I'd be like,
people
"You
pleaser.
guys."
She's gonna yell, hurry, run.
Oh no,
gonna
I'd be the
get
person
in
who came in and
trouble.
would be like freaking out so much and talking to everyone and introducing myself, and they'd be like, "Would you stop talking and come out here?"
Yeah, right.
That would be me.
But I would be like going, "Christy,
I was
Christy,
like, oh,
she's
we're
gonna yell
going.
at us."
Oh, sorry.
Come get
Yeah,
in here.
that's exactly what it would be like.
So
In case you ever wonder.
between the cringy button pause and the like, set your answers now, and the get to the back door now, and it's a live show. Like she just changed. It's so creepy because she's just like super friendly because she realizes she's like, oh.
But why does she
I went a
do
little
it? Why
too
don't they
far.
just do a recorded announcement? Contestants, please
Okay.
go to the backyard. Like they
do that-
would.
They do that in another country.
But if they
Yes,
did that, then it's not on her to put any kind of emotion into it. She doesn't have to be the
Because
bad guy.
you want to know what?
She's not Big Brother. She hosts Big Brother. Big Brother should be
But-
telling them to move.
Here's the thing, and David's gonna
Again,
David's gonna
CBS.
get right on top of this whole statement with me. It's because the hosts of these shows have become producers of these shows, and now they want to be
Yes.
the star
Just like
of the
fucking
show.
Correct.
Jeff Probst.
Yes,
100%.
it's Jeff.
100%. Yep.
Now the Jeff Probst show with some contestants.
Yeah. They think
Yes.
that this game, they truly believe that without them, the game, no one would watch the game. No, you're not that important.
Now,
Sorry.
we don't have a timer. How long have we been going?
1 hour and 6 minutes so far.
Okay, so
We're-
an
we're
hour and
almost
6
wrapping it up.
minutes, and I have not said the word Australian Big Brother, but now I'm going to.
Yeah, throw it in there.
One of the primary differences is their host is a gal named Sonia, who looks more like a robot than Julie.
Oh,
I mean, she is. If there is a perfect person that exists, she looks flawless.
She looks
dresses
exactly
flawless.
the way you would imagine
You see
an
her
Australian
one time-
supermodel.
One time in the show at the very end.
Yep.
When they go to tribal or not tribal, when they go to make a vote. Here's what's interesting. Whenever the rest of the time the contestants speak, they're talking to Big Brother, which is the disembodied mechanical
yes.
voice.
correct.
Which is what we kind of used to have in the US.
Yeah.
Yep.
And one final thing on AU, we're down to the final 5.
Yeah, you're on 5 now.
3 episodes left. And if you haven't watched, I encourage you. If you don't know how to log in, hit
Just
me up with
send
a
a
direct
message.
message and I'll tell you.
Yeah.
We'll let you
But
know.
it's
Dave's
really
got
good.
connections.
And there's a guy named Tim who is not in the final 5 who absolutely should play in the US.
Okay.
Was he a part of Candygate?
He was not.
Oh, okay.
Do
That's
not
the
eat
only
my
full
candy.
episode I got to watch. A little bit here, a little bit there, but the only
There's the
full
guy with the
episode that I
curly
got to
hair.
watch. Okay. Yep.
The very flamboyant guy with the curly
Yes.
hair.
Yeah.
And he's a super good player, very strategic.
And everybody loves him.
Yeah. They got
I love a
They
strategic
brought
player.
back classic players and then new players. And
Yeah,
so the
okay.
newbies have now won. It's 5-1. But the one
Ooh.
classic player that's left won like the first or second season, and she's now legally blind. And if she gets to the
Dang.
vote, because the final 3 get voted on by Australia,
She'll
she'll
win.
Nice.
So all she has to do is win one.
One competition.
Well, there was some talk that this year on Our Big Brother that there is going to be something that America has to do with it. That is supposed to be a pretty big deal, but no
But I guess
deets on
it's
it
like
yet.
direct democracy on Australia. They vote, and that's whoever it is. It's like a popularity contest.
Yeah. Well, you know what?
And that's how you get your live feed subscription up.
Yep.
Because then they're doing things all day long just to entertain us. Let us watch.
Okay. And like,
right?
okay, seriously, I'm going to just put this out there too. This is a formula that has been around forever. Like, let's go back to like the early 90s and go into real world New York and all of the real worlds that followed. Nothing happened in those shows except for just life.
Mhm.
Nothing happened. I mean, like, these are just a group of people put together to live together, and then they lived a life.
Mhm.
Right. And it
Interacted with each other. Yeah, we got to
and
watch.
it was wildly popular. So much, in fact, that to this day, we're doing reunions and you sit down and watch these people live together again for 2 weeks and you just are glued to it. That's the thing about live feeds. The people who watch the live feeds are the people who 100% get invested into this game because you care about people. You get interested in people. You see them at night when they're stressed out and crying, or when like some idiot like slips and falls. It's just these little silly things that endure you to people and root for them to win, not these stupid scripted DR
Right.
comments.
And the way they like
Well, and
heavily
the
edit some of the things, some of
top twists and
well, and some
Right.
of they're exactly. They're more. How did they want to form out the game? They stick to that, and then things happen in real life, and we never even see it even represented on screen. They're missing the boat on that.
And
If
it's
Twitter's blowing up about it, hint to CBS, put it on the show.
Yes.
It's funny how
Incredibly
Australia, they just blatantly will do things to manipulate the contestants into being interesting. And
Yeah,
it's just like,
yeah.
and this
You know what?
person's back.
You know what?
Why are they back? We don't know. They're back.
America used to do that. It was called booze.
Yeah.
But the alcohol deliveries are really sad at most anymore. Like, it's like one beer. You see, it is kind of humorous to watch. This is something, if you don't watch live feeds, you never get to watch the divvy up of the beer collecting.
Right.
So when they do a booze delivery, they used to give like whole bottles of wine, and then people would just get ugly trashed, which was amazing to watch. There's nothing more fun than watching like Queen Janelle half in the tank just chewing somebody out. It just and because she just has
So-
this prowess, you know.
So
Which
is that something that that producer Julie didn't like it being mean? It didn't fit her idea of like how people should treat.
I think it was a multiple different reasons that booze deliveries became really skimpy. And one was because people were making really poor life choices that affected them outside of the home. And
They were hooking up.
Yeah. And
But whatever.
Right.
That's on them.
That's
Duh,
TV,
watch the
baby.
show,
That's
you know?
TV, baby.
Well,
But
were there fist fights and stuff too?
But there was a couple confrontations.
Then you get ejected. This is consequences. I had no problem with any of that.
But here's the thing. It sucks because it was, right? It was fun. And that changed the game 100% more than some stupid rewind twist will ever change the game.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying. So we have these things that we don't get the booze so much anymore. So now what they'll do is like booze delivery is going to be like 3 beers. Well, this person got a beer yesterday. This person got a beer so now it's this person's turn. And so you'll have players that will hold on to their beer, and then they'll collect them until they have like 5 of them. And then
I will not drink beer until I have 5 beers.
like, I'm not even going to bother until I can get messy drunk. So that part's pretty fun, and then also because our feeds are no longer a paid subscription just for feeds. You have
Are they on Paramount Plus again?
I believe so, yeah. So that kind of gets messy too, because Paramount kind of has some control over that, and things get turned off all the time. As soon as shit gets good, boom, feeds are off.
Yeah.
So yeah, what
So
can you do?
crazy.
Back when you had to pay $15 a month, you got to see like everything. Even though
Yeah.
you didn't want to see it, it was there. McCray and Amanda. But it's
Whatever. That's real life.
that's what you're paying for. You're paying to
Right.
see these insane things happen. So but what is it? You know, you miss out on the game if you don't get to at least check in at least with the updates. You know, at least check the updates with the live feed. If you're really, really holding on to the suspense of who won the HOH, I get it. But like at the same time, you're still missing out on all of the stuff that's actually way more fun than who won the HOH.
I'm of two
Yeah.
minds of that. I've gone spoiler free, and I've gone I don't care. I'll
Right.
consume everything I
Right.
can get, and
Yep.
they're both equally fun, but it is a different experience.
It's a
Sure.
totally different. Yep. So I guess it just depends on like, how invested you are in the people too.
Or like what you have going on at the time. Like maybe you're really busy right now.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, like Celebrity Big Brother, this last season of Celebrity Big Brother, I mean, they're celebrities, right? So they have a reputation to keep,
Mhm.
and CBS was pretty good at protecting most of
Mhm.
that. But as we talked about, some really dirty game went
Yeah.
down. Like you saw how different the reality was compared
Yeah.
to
What they
edit.
were showing.
Yeah.
I
And it
think
was
they end.
hurtful. It was at a hurtful level.
Don't you think don't you think though that by leaving all that out, they only make it worse?
Yeah. Yes.
Because I think they could take the information and edit it and
Well,
put it
they did
together,
the same thing with Survivor with Shan, right?
and
Yeah.
they could
They left
address
all
it.
that negativity towards her out.
Mhm.
Yeah, you gotta have you should always, and even it sucks because negativity is negative. Like, girl, the world's got
Yeah.
enough negativity. Hello.
Yeah, sure.
However, it's an organic game. The basis of the game is, and same with Survivor, the basis of these two games is that you take different walks of life, you put them together, they have to work through their problems enough to create a loyalty that wins
Yeah.
them money.
Right.
Let's see that happen organically. I want to see that happen.
Yeah, it's like they have like their babies and they have this little playpen they've made for them. And there's all these bumpers all around so no one gets hurt.
Do
you know what I mean?
Do you think too that some of it? I mean, look, it's real life. Real life gets messy. People say things they don't mean.
You bet.
That maybe are problematic that they didn't mean it that way when they said it. And that
Yeah.
CBS is trying to avoid that sort of controversy.
And I think with some things, absolutely. There's certain things, we've had a few players in the last 15 years that really kind of deserved a kick in the pants of reality, because some of the stuff they were saying was way over the line. It was straight up not okay.
Yeah.
But then there were things that were like, if you watch them, if you got to know the person, you knew it was just maybe not the greatest way to word something, but not the directive of their heart, right?
Yeah.
And so there's some protection on those things.
Mhm.
But there are also certain things where it's I not say his name and bring in more attention to this person again, but the Todrick example is just perfect because he was mean, he was underhanded. It wasn't mean gameplay. It wasn't snake in the grass gameplay.
Yeah.
It was mean and derogatory towards someone's actual real life.
Mhm.
And when that happens, and the viewers don't get to see that, and they get to see this shiny, sparkly
Right, they hide
version.
it.
You lose. I think you would lose
But
the
is there
viewers.
like
I mean, not us. We'll watch anything, but
We'll watch all this shit.
but I'm sure that
it
loses some viewers.
It does, but even more so, it almost makes you feel like the production company's kind of icky too. And that's where I don't like it, because like, well, if they're going to hide all of this, what else are they doing in the game to manipulate?
They've lost
away-
the reality part of the show where
Right.
it's supposed to be real.
And
You
we're
ever get a Survivor 41 outcome where they go, and your winner is Erica, and you go,
Right.
Huh? I
Yeah.
didn't see anything.
and
That
and
led me to
again,
believe
it's like,
that was going to happen.
and again, it's like if
Yeah,
that
they
person
didn't win
played-
an Emmy for editing, did they?
No,
It was bad.
exactly.
was
If
real
that
bad.
person,
And then what was amazing is how unified the house was that she won, but they didn't show any of it.
but we
Right.
didn't get to. We got nothing to make us feel like that was the case. And you know what's so frustrating is something like Big Brother. Okay, they kind of have to manipulate things on the spot and just see what happens, because this is happening in real time. But with
Mhm.
Survivor editing, it takes place after the fact.
Right.
You know she's in the final.
And for
Show
the
us-
spring one, you've got a lot of time to edit.
Yes, show us why she's there. Like,
Yeah.
show us what got her there. Like, let us see those little conversations that made people go, I trust her more.
Yeah.
than this person. She's playing a better game than this person. Because Erica's game, I guarantee you, because all these people are so unified on it, it was little tiny things in conversations.
No
Mhm.
question. I don't take anything from her game, and I'm
Yeah.
sure she was a good champion. I just still, a year and a half later, don't understand why.
Right.
Didn't see it.
And so
Like,
when-
did I miss a couple episodes? Like, what happened?
No,
Yeah.
no, we podcasted every one of them, and I had
Yeah.
no clue.
Yeah.
And
No, I
that's the
can see
thing
that.
with Big Brother gives us the opportunity to get a little bit more in depth with these people and
Mhm.
see some of it ourselves, so they don't actually have to worry about editing a storyline there. But why do we have to edit a storyline that's at a completely opposing
Yeah.
what reality is? I understand
Do you-
leaving certain things out, but
Do you
like,
think- I'm sorry. Do you think some of it's runtime?
yes,
I mean,
absolutely.
Yeah, but then they
talk
put
about
stuff
film,
that's
it's
totally
90
stupid.
minutes
Filler.
of gameplay,
Yeah.
it's 70, and then it's 60, and so that,
Right.
that means it's on for 2 hours, an hour and a half, and an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, to be fair, how many episodes do we see of something and we're like, okay, we're seeing this happen? Well, guess what? Live feeders are saying that thing that we just said happened yesterday actually happened 3 weeks ago.
Right.
What you didn't see is the evicted 2 people that have been evicted since sitting over here on this couch. But this is
Right.
an old conflict, and they're filling it in because they want to tell their own narratives. And I get it. I mean,
they could
but-
even use it as a teaser. They could even put together a little package kind of teasing the idea of what happened if the conflict that they're not going to show. And then telling them to go check out the website. And then when they get into the website, maybe give them a little peek more and then
Right.
say to see the rest, subscribe to the live
Yeah.
feeds or whatever. Like they could use it. They still don't do it.
and
It's so
like
weird.
and last year again, like Xavier deserved his win. There's nothing wrong with his game was solid. He absolutely
Yeah.
deserved
Yeah,
his
yeah,
win.
yeah.
I have nothing negative to say about him
Mm-mm.
winning. He deserved it.
It was a great season and people
Yeah.
trash it.
Yes. And you want to know part of the reason why, well, besides just being blatantly racist scumbags, like
yeah.
There's
people
some of that.
trash it, is because these people aren't actually seeing what's happened. They're just taking the CBS edit at
Right.
heart, and they're missing all
Mm.
of these amazing moments.
They're missing the depth.
Yes, exactly.
Mhm.
And it's a detriment to the game, to the credibility of the game, to the people playing the game, and to CBS itself, because it makes Big Brother look silly. And it is. It's a silly show. It's a silly show, and it's fun to goof on, but it dumbs it up to sometimes to a yucky level. That's that. That's all I say about that.
Shoot.
So are we on Thursdays going forward? Is
We're
that-
gonna do Thursdays.
Right after the eviction, 15
Yep.
minutes after, we'll be here to chat it up.
Fresh
give our
feels
info.
from our
Yeah.
eviction. Our
We'll
tears.
be-
our-
It'll
our
be
laughs.
another therapy session where we
And hope, and
We got it all out.
trauma
Yeah.
dump it all, right?
got it.
Yeah.
Hopefully, our producer can figure out our technical issues before next week.
That is not a me thing. That is a
You're not our producer.
oh
That's
our
crazy.
current the
Yeah.
producer should right
The big
tonight.
guy.
Yeah.
Big
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
It's a gag. They were talking about producers on one of the other podcasts.
Oh, he's been like, Jesus, I'm gonna get off of there.
Wrap it
All right.
up. Wrap it up.
We're gonna wrap it up. All right. Well, thanks for joining us tonight, and we'll see you next week on Thursday, 15 minutes after we get done. And have a great week, guys. Bye.
Bye.
See ya.